back to Tooties Productions, and it's finally time. Let's talk about Nintendo's big E3 presentation. So, first off, let's just talk about the whole show in general, right? Nintendo did what they said they were gonna do. They stuck to Smash Brothers. That was their main thing. They had a few things peppered in there, but Smash was their thing, was the most and the bulk of the show, and I think it was the right move. You know, at the time when I first saw the show, I was a little disappointed because Metroid Prime 4 wasn't there, Pikmin 4 wasn't there, there was no Animal Crossing, there was no nothing. There was no real big reveals about stuff from Nintendo that we didn't already know about. Nothing was there. Yoshi wasn't even there. And at first that was really disappointing, and you know, it's a little bit of a shock when you first finish a showing. But now that I've had some time to sit on that and really think about it, I think it's smart. Nintendo doesn't need to have all their guns, you know, blazing at E3 because we have Nintendo Directs. There will probably be a Direct sometime this summer and probably another one in the fall, so why blow out everything now? Plus, Reggie Fils-Aimé made some comments about specifically why Metroid Prime 4 wasn't there, and he said it isn't ready yet, we don't want to show it, we don't want to tease fans by keep showing this game over and over, only for it to come out in 2019. And I think that's a smart move. I agree with Reggie. I think they made the right call. And I think Pokemon and Smash Brothers, we've been saying it's enough for the year, so we should hold ourselves to that and keep it as enough for the year. So with that being said, now let's actually jump into it and talk about the individual games we saw in the E3 press conference. Now, I won't be talking about everything. Stuff like Fortnite and Overcooked 2, they're nice games. I'm sure people are excited for them, but they don't really have any particular interest for me, so I'm going to be talking about more of like what I am interested in the presentation. Let's start off with Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu. We didn't see much more of this. We did get some footage during the Treehouse event where they played through Viridian Forest and got up until the Pewter City Gym. I don't think they actually fought Brock, but they got up until there. And that game looks great. I'm going to be honest here. I was very skeptical about Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu. I was very worried, but I am 100% in now. I love the idea. I think it looks good. I think it looks fun. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not afraid of the Let's Go mechanics anymore. Before, I was really worried, but the way that they've been showing it, everything looks fine. The only thing I could see being a little annoying is how many Pokeballs you get. I could see that being annoying, but you get items from trainer battles, so everything seems pretty balanced to me. It seems like exactly what they've been saying. It's a hybrid of the two, but I don't think it's a bad idea. I think it's fun. I just want to know version exclusives so I can go pre-order it. Next, we got the surprise announcement of Super Mario Party coming October 5th, 2018. Now, I am a huge fan of the original Mario Party game for Nintendo 64. I played the crap out of that game, and I did play it with the actual Nintendo 64, but I never got, well, I mean, it's never been re-released, I don't think, but I never got the issue with the hand that everyone had, with the glove thing. I never had that issue, so I guess I got lucky. But I played a lot of Mario Party 64 and a little bit of Mario Party 2 on my Wii, but I haven't really played this series since. You know, Mario Party A, there was a couple Mario Parties in there. They look pretty solid, but ever since like the Wii U era, which is when I kind of more hardcore got into video games and Nintendo, it's been kind of weak with Mario Party. I don't like the whole car thing. I don't like what they've been doing to the games, and none of them looked great. But Super Mario Party looks like a return to the original Mario Party style of gameplay. They showed a little bit off of the treehouse, and I liked what I saw. I like the interconnectivity with using multiple switches for some mini games and that kind of stuff. It just looks like it's a return to form for Mario Party, but keeping it fresh as well. You know, we've seen that kind of a thing with everything on Nintendo Switch so far, except for Kirby, I guess. But, you know, Super Mario Odyssey, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, even Xenoblade Chronicles 2. They have all taken what is great about the other games in their series and just put it on a fresher set of paint, put on a better showing, and just did it better than they ever have before. And I really hope that Super Mario Party continues that legacy. Next, we have Fire Emblem Three Houses, and that game looks great. It looks fun. They didn't show off a lot of it. A lot of people are super big fans of the armies behind them, which I am too, but it looked a little weird to me. I'm going to be honest. It's going to take some getting used to, but I do like that they're doing that. And everything from it looked pretty great. You know, we didn't see much of it. The story looks pretty, you know, regular Fire Emblem to me. But it's spring 2019, and that was a huge bummer. I really, really wish that had made it in December of 2018. It did not. At least if it had been early 2019, it would have been better. But it's spring 2019. That was a real gut punch with that game. It makes sense because we haven't seen it since January, but I kind of wish they just hadn't announced it in January, and we had the first trailer at this E3. It would have been much better overall, but that didn't happen, and I think they teased that game way too early. And last, but definitely not least, is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Oh my god, everyone is back! Everyone's back. Pichu's back, Snake is back, the Ice Climbers are back, Young Link is back. It's crazy. And it looks like from coverage we've gotten from channels like Game Explain that pretty much every stage, I think they've already counted like 83 stages in the game. So I feel pretty confident in saying that all the stages will return, maybe even all Pokeball, Pokemon, and assist trophies, aside from characters like Little Mac, obviously, because they've been turned into full fighters. But I think even they might show up. You know, Reggie said that there's going to be 50 plus assist trophies in this game. And it really does just look like the Ultimate Smash Brothers. It's a very appropriate naming. And, of course, we got Ridley confirmed for Smash. He is not too big. The memes are over. I mean, with Leonardo DiCaprio winning an Oscar and Ridley getting into Smash Brothers, the memes are gone now, guys. I think the age of meme might be over. We've lost some pretty big players in the meme game with this. But I'm pretty happy. I think he looks great. He looks super fun to play, and I'm just glad that Metroid finally gets another representative, honestly, that isn't Samus Aran. We also got the announcement of Echo Fighters, and along with that we got Princess Daisy confirmed playable, and oh god, I feel so bad for Waluigi. I know it's been a meme, I know it's been going on, you know, one meme falls with Ridley, another one takes its place, but wow, that was kind of a gut punch to see Waluigi as an assist trophy right after Daisy's reveal. And the Echo Fighters, I think, is an interesting concept. I want to talk about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate a little bit more in depth in another video because I think I have a lot to say on that. So I don't want to get super deep into everything because there's a lot I want to say on there, especially considering characters. But we should mention that Sakurai did kind of say don't expect as many characters this time around. And I'm pretty sure that he was talking about the whole game, not just E3. I sincerely hope, because that's how I took it at least. But that's unfortunate to me. I mean, I like the inclusion of every character, right? It's cool, it's great, and I think it's a smart move because when are you ever going to be able to do this again? But I think he's got to pick some real solid characters to jump in. And with the inclusion of characters like Ridley, so far it looks like he's keeping that hype up. But if we don't get some real good fighters, I think it's going to come out a little lackluster. Because let's be honest here, how many of us, as cool as it is, how many of us really care about Pichu and Young Link coming back? I'm just going to be honest here. I don't think that many of us are like, whoa, yeah, it's great. I'm sure there's people who are very hyped because they like these characters. But we got Lucas, we got Roy, we got a lot of those characters back in the last game. Now, sure, we didn't get Wolf and Snake and the Ice Climbers, which I think were the last, you know, big three. And I guess even you could say Ivysaur and Squirtle because those are completely different fighters. I guess it's really just Pichu and Young Link. But either way, I think it's a good decision. I get it, what they're going for, and I like what they're going for. I just really want them to nail these character choices with the new fighters, which, like I said, with Ridley, I think they're going to do. So overall, initially I thought that the press conference was a little weak, and I was a little worried about it. But having sat on it, I really do think Nintendo had a really great showing. They did what they were going to do, they told us what they were going to do, and they kind of been doing this for the past 2 years already. I saw someone on Twitter mention that, you know, Nintendo has a pretty good formula going on for them. They have a big January Direct, they have a big September Direct, and then E3 is centered around usually one game. Last year was Super Mario Odyssey. The year before that, it was Zelda Breath of the Wild. And I think it's smart for them to continue to do that while moving forward. We don't need this big E3 blowout with every game. Just bring your most hype game for the year and focus on that. We have Nintendo Directs. Would it have been cool to see Pikmin 4? Absolutely. Would it have been cool to see Metroid Prime 4? Absolutely. Would it have been awesome and amazing to get a new Animal Crossing announcement? Yes, it would have. But do we need it? That's what we got to ask ourselves. Do we need that in the E3 Direct? And honestly, I don't think so, because it creates issues like we have with Fire Emblem and Metroid Prime 4 right now, where we're like, well, where are these games? Or Yoshi, a perfect example. Where are these games? Why were they announced so early if we're not getting them for a year later? You know, Yoshi was announced a year ago, and we haven't seen it in a year. And I think rather than creating problems like that, you know, just talking about one big game and having a couple little things sprinkled in there over the year, you know, like Super Mario Party, creates a better E3, because by December, we'll be playing every game we saw. And that's not something that we could talk about last year, because Kirby was February, and Metroid Prime 4 is still on the way away, and so is Yoshi. So, I think this is a smart move for Nintendo. I think it was a very solid Direct, and I'm very happy with what they showed. With that being said, guys, what did you think of Nintendo's E3 press conference? Were you a little worried about it? Did you think it was a good one? Where do you stand? I want to know. Let's get a discussion going about this whole thing. What games do you think are amazing? I know I didn't touch on many, so let me hear. If you like Killer Queen Black something, I don't know, about the bee thing, if you like that, let me hear about it. If you like Killer Damon Machina something, the robot thing, let me know about it. I want to know what you guys are hyped for. I want to know what you guys thought of Bethesda and Ubisoft and all those other things. I should also mention, I do have thoughts on all of those things. I'm not going to make whole videos out of them, but if you want to check out what I thought about Bethesda and Ubisoft and EA and all those other conferences, check out my Instagram. It'll be right here, the Two Dudes Productions Instagram, @2dudesprod. That has text posts on there about everything I thought about it. You can go read my opinions if you would like to know. So guys, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for checking out the video, and E3's gone, so we have a lot to talk about now. Super Smash Brothers, guys, it's back. Bye.